Oh man, I thought this day would never come. My Binary Maniacs production versions are here, and we're going to take a look at them. Oh man, this is an exciting day. It's the time to take a first look at the production Binary Maniacs. So these are the first two off the assembly line. We actually moved these ahead of production date so that I could get one last look at it. If anything's blatantly off, that we could tweak before all the pre-orders are made. That's the purpose of this. So I ordered two because I love this frame and I want to build one as like my everyday hardtail and one is like a little lighter. It might be single speed, it might be more of an XC build. Anyway, I got two of them because they're awesome and I love these things. All right, let's take a look. Oh, that is light. I'm so used to steel bikes. Man, that's light. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This Binary Maniac is the frame that I designed in conjunction with Binary Bicycles. They reached out to me and said, hey, we love your channel. Would you be interested in collaborating to build a frame? And I said, absolutely. I've actually been looking for the right person to partner with. Here it is. This is my dream hardtail. Now, I was super picky on the design of this because I wanted this bike to be able to do so many different things. Ooh, this is cool. I've gone over every single, the angle of every cable tie and everything on this thing with a fine-tooth comb. You'll notice it's a little bit different. It's just like the drawing we saw. The seat tube actually interrupts the down tube ahead of the bottom bracket shell. Then we have this gusset here to stiffen it up. This will be interesting. What that allows me to do is run a completely straight dropper, not a single bend in it. And the cable stays inside and just loops in there. Excited for that. And it gives me the seat tube angle I want and all the tire clearance I want. Binary is an Arizona company, but these frames are made overseas. If these were made in Arizona, they'd be $5,000 each just for the frame. Binary has done a really good job working with some cutting edge manufacturers who are doing some cool stuff. This is the best part about titanium. You can get fingerprints off, you can get scratches, dust, whatever, and you just brush it like this and it's good as new. Oh, looks really, really good. My goodness. Okay, I just threw this thing on the scale. It came in at 4.27 pounds. That's lighter than most aluminum frames I have on the channel, and that's with sliding dropouts. Sliding dropouts add a fair bit of weight, but my goodness, this thing's gonna be light. I've got the old prototype and the new model side by side so I can kind of show you the differences in person. This one had a crazy steep seat angle, so I had to run the offset forehead to pull the seat back to have it have a normal seat angle. This was the very first concept idea for this bike. We got so many things right, but we've improved some other things. So these rack mounts stuck out at the side. They're now vertical on this. Love seeing that. They were a little narrow on the seat stays up here. Now the seat stays stay wide and they intersect a little bit further forward now. I like that look a little bit more. Still the same small seat stays for that nice supple ride. We changed this cable mounting here. This one's a goof. That's not supposed to be there. So this is why they send me the first two so I can correct any little things like that. That should not be there. We're going to fix that. Little tiny things like that before we go press go on a whole bunch of them that you guys have already ordered. So this is the last chance to get final tweaks in. We removed the ISCG tabs. I'm going to run an adapter so I can still run a bash guard on there. What else? The top tube is straight. It's not curved. You can see the cable routing for the dropper used to come along the down tube and then up into the seat tube here. This new design's so much better. It enters here, totally invisible, comes through there. We got the straight seat tube. Over here you can see how much seat tube I've got sticking out. I couldn't run a 175 because of this curve. Now that there's no curve, we've completely fixed that. These were built by different builders. This had a cone-shaped head tube. That one's got the straight head tube. I actually prefer the straight head tube, I think. What else? This down tube's a little less swoopy on the new one. We also moved these 3-pack mounts further down. Although one of them's on the curve, so I'm not sure if that's going to work anyway. The logo's up here. I actually preferred it back here, so I'm going to see if we can move it back there. And I'm curious, what do you guys prefer? Do you prefer to say Maniak HP or just Maniak? I was thinking just Maniak, but I'm curious to hear what you guys say. Oh yeah, on the yoke, we were able to get the 3.0s to fit a full centimeter forward. So this can run even shorter chainstays than the prototype. We've also got a water bottle mount on the seat tubes that stand off, so you can run bolts in there without it interfering with the seat tube. That one didn't have any bolts. And we've also got a 3-pack on the inside. Yeah, I think those are the main changes. So still very much a similar bike, but we took what we learned from that and applied it to this, and I think it's better in every way. So here's my Fall Line 175. And since there's no bends in this, you can run the seat post all the way to there. So for the first time in my life, I might be able to run a 200 mil seat post. I need to try that. For now, we're just gonna put this in here to have something to hold it by. But a 175 fits no problem. This thing, let's take a measurement. That's a 375 mil length seat tube. That is crazy short because my legs are crazy short. And this is my signature model, so it might as well fit me to a T. There are a lot of bikes that can do one or two of the things that this can do. No other bike on the market can do all the things that this can do. They can't fit such long droppers with no curve in it. I know this looks different than what you're used to. It's super functional though. There's no other bike on the market that I know of that can fit 29 by 30 420 and it can still go further. Anyway, there's lots of things going on here that other bikes can't do. We can still get a water bottle cage on here. These are standoff so that the bolts thread into that, so I don't have to worry about it protruding into the seat tube and hitting the dropper. It's just small little things that make a big difference, and this bike's got a lot of those small little things. All right, it's time for the moment of truth. This was my most difficult request, was fitting a 29 by 30 with a 415 chainstay with the dropouts completely slammed. That's a huge ask. Even having it like 425 is impressive. So this is a 29 by 30 XR2, Bontrager XR2, on a 45i rim. That's a really wide rim. So this is a big 30. It's snug even in the chainstays right here. Oh, cool. Yeah, there's even more room on this than the last one. Binary, you geniuses. You did what everyone said was impossible. Bravo. Oh, sweet. All right, all the way forward. Let's do it. It fits. 29 by 3.0. Let's see what the chainstay length is. 418. Man. Huge props to Binary. We probably got 4 mil clearance over there and 4 mil clearance over there. It doesn't look like it because these 29 by 30s are huge. That's amazing. We've done what everyone said couldn't be done, and that's why I chose Binary, because they didn't back down from the challenge, and because George and Jaylene are amazing people. Amazing people, and I love hitching my wagon to amazing people and amazing companies. All right, a few tricks for you if you're routing the dropper on your Maniak. First of all, do not put your finger in the hole in the down tube in the bottom bracket shell. Your finger will get stuck. I've had mine stuck a few times. Okay, this is the Park tool, I don't remember the name of it, internal routing cable tool thingy. I'm gonna insert it into the frame. Got my magnet, I'm gonna put a little bit of shop towel on it so I don't scratch the frame, even though it's easy to buff out. I can just pull this thing up here. And the reason my frame's upside down is so we can use gravity. Hard to make that bend. That's the tricky part. And there it is. So turning it upside down, I had to put my pinky finger in there and just guide it in the hole, but that's the easiest way that I've found to do it. First try it worked. First try, and now that I turned the camera on, of course I struggle a little. It will be a struggle, I apologize, but once it's routed you'll be glad, especially if you like running long droppers. Game changer for me. So this new frame doesn't have ISTG mounts. I couldn't have every single thing I wanted. It started driving the cost up and up every time I put new bosses on and put a cable tie in a weird place, it added to the cost. And so we had to take off the ISCG tabs. So if you want to run ISCG, you just need one of these adapters and you just put it on before your bottom bracket. So I'll show you how to do that real quick. When you build up a tie frame, you should use tie prep. This is from Finish Line. It's just like anti-seize. So instead of grease, you use that. That keeps your stuff from seizing together. Man, it's been so long that I've installed one of these that I can't remember if it goes like that or like that. I'm pretty 99% sure it goes like that. So basically this just acts like the spacers that normally go here. Pop your bottom bracket in. All right, in total transparency, I just sanded down a couple millimeters on this because this chainstay yoke is so close. I had to make a little more clearance on this adapter so that I could kind of clock it to get the exact position I wanted. It worked fine how it was, but now I have the option to kind of rotate that around where I need it. This is made by Absolute Black. This used to have a chain guide on it. I don't need those, so I cut it off. So this is an Absolute Black chain guard and bash guard with the chain guide cut off in case you're trying to find the exact same thing that I use. There are lots of different companies that make one. I've been happy with this. This one's pretty lightweight. I've run MRPs in the past too. The MRPs are fairly bulky. I like bash guards for when I'm bunny hopping up big rocks, and I'm gonna do that on this bike. It just lets me goof around and not worry about denting my down tube. All right, we got our bash guard on with our ISCG adapter. Super simple. All right, it's all built up. The only gotchas were the dropper routing, which I showed you how to do, and putting the ISCG tab adapter on. This thing came in at 28.3 pounds. That is impressive. I've got heavy pedals on. I've got heavy brakes. I've got 29 by 3.0s on light wheels, MVM 640s with i9 Hydra hubs. Super loud, unfortunately. I've got 200 mil rotor front, 180 rear, 130 mil travel fork, 40 mil 9.8 stem. This thing has a super long head tube, super tall stack. I might have to end up running some lower rise bars. We shall see. These are Roost titanium riser bars. I'm running GX Eagle on this, running my 5-dev 165 mil cranks. I've got a coupon code for those in the description below if you're interested in anything 5-dev. I've got an Absolute Black 32 tooth oval. I've got the chainstays slammed all the way forward. This thing is so cool. It's my dream bike. It's everything I wanted in a bike. Clearance for massive tires, room for a 175 mil dropper, totally straight seat tube, water bottle mounts that don't interrupt the seat tube, water bottle mounts here, a 3-pack underneath for bike packing, mounts over here for my custom bike packing rack I'm gonna build. This can be run from a 120 to a 140, even a 150 mil fork. I wouldn't recommend it. I think the 120 to 130 is gonna be the sweet spot on this thing. I've got a Cane Creek helm on here, which is not meant to fit a 29 by 3.0. I sanded down the arch. Don't do that. It's dangerous. It voids your warranty. I'm not worried. I only sanded maybe 4 mil off the bottom of the arch, but it clears the 29 by 3.0s barely. Oh, I've got my Paul clampers, my Paul dropper lever. Well, there you have it. This is my dream bike. That's why I designed it. Nothing else existed like it. I didn't see anything with modern Geo that could run 29 by 3.0s with such a short chainstay or a slack head angle or a long reach. It's like a modern Stash, but not. It's a little bit different as well. I am so thrilled. I'm so pleased with Binary for being willing to send so many prototypes in so we can get this thing just right. It is such a special bike. I know a lot of you are anxious to get yours. Contact Binary. I don't have information on shipping details and all that. That's through Binary. Jaylene will work with you. She's awesome. There's a wait list for more of these. So if you miss the first order, get on the wait list to get on the second order. These things have been immensely popular. I can't wait to get this thing on the trail, and I really can't wait for you guys to throw a leg over one of these and get your own Binary Maniac in your home on your trails to see what a modern, amazing hardtail can be. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching. There's a party in the mountains, and you're invited.